How's it going everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Festival of the Lost dropped today, and with it we have the usual event pass plus some goodies. The cosmetics for Halloween this year look really good, and this might be the first time I actually buy armor ornaments for silver. I haven't decided yet, but I'm really thinking about it. I won't beat around the bush, let me jump straight into the guide. When you load into the game, the first thing that you'll want to do is head to Eva in the tower. She will give you the introductory quest, which aims to teach you how the event works. The TLDR is wear a mask whenever you play one of the event activities so that candy drops on the ground. If you aren't wearing your mask, then you won't earn any candy. Candy is basically the event currency that will let you buy exotic gear, event weapons, and event upgrades, along with event cosmetics. After picking up the quest from Eva, you will be given your first mask, but every Halloween activity completion will reward you with a mask at the end, which will have completely random stats. The tier of the mask is also dependent upon what is actually supposed to be dropping for you, and tier 5s don't seem to have a tuning stat. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but just something that you should be aware of. You should also know that the masks will only have power for the duration of this event, at which point they will be set to 0 and they're basically useless, so don't invest too much time and resources into farming and upgrading these. The masks this year are actually pretty useful. The stats are okay and random, but what they allow you to do is pick the armor set bonus for the mask, meaning if you have any builds that were reliant on a set bonus, you can still keep running that build with the mask equipped. I personally think that this is a nice little touch that they added to the masks this year, because in the past it was kind of annoying to put on these crap stat helmets and in place of my usual gear. Once you've picked up the mask, the next step of the quest, once you have it equipped, is to play one of the 2 event activities. These are the Crucible mode, Red Rumble, which is traditional Rumble with a PvE headless one running around the map the entire match, shooting everyone. And Haunted Altars of Sorrow, which is a combination of Onslaught and Altars of Sorrow combined together, with some Festival of the Lost activity modifiers and environmental design thrown into the mix. Completing either of these activities with a mask equipped will reward you with some Festival of the Lost weapons along with regular playlist loot. I'll circle back to talk about each activity in a minute, but from here you'll need to claim your first reward from the reward pass. To finish the quest, head to Eva in the tower, who will tell you to purchase an upgrade for your mask. To do this, go to the portal menu and go over to the event tab. Alternatively, you can access this from Eva's inventory. Head to the bottom page on the event pass named Haunted Mask. Here, you can see all of the masks that are earnable during the event, as well as the mask upgrades. The cosmetics for each of your masks have their own objectives that you'll need to complete, so take note of the things that you need to do so that you can start working on them if that's something that you want to do. Now for the mask upgrades for this quest, you can pick any of them to complete this step. If you want to use a different upgrade in the future or you change your mind, you can spend a one-time cost to purchase another upgrade and then swap freely between them later. Finally, go back to Eva and complete the quest. You'll be rewarded a random event weapon, but these are really easy to farm at higher tiers whenever you do the activities. If you decide that you want to swap characters, you will have to complete the quest again on each other character to get a mask, but it will be a shortened version of the quest, making you complete a single Halloween activity only. Now let me go over each activity, starting with Crucible. The game is Rumble, you're on your own, and the goal is first to 30. But unlike regular Rumble, there is a PvE mini-boss running around the map shooting you. And this is a headless one from the previous haunted sectors that we're used to. Now when the headless one takes damage, he will drop special and heavy ammo along with motes. Picking up the mote grants you points, so it's possible to steal the win simply by picking up motes. However, all of the drops are global, so if you generate the ammo, another player is able to swoop in and steal your loot from you. If you do manage to pick up the ammo, the first few bricks of heavy can really catapult your momentum in the Crucible match. Since you can stack a lot of heavy ammo really quickly, if players aren't paying attention to the headless one, you'll be able to take advantage of this very easily. The Crucible mode is by far the fastest of the 2 game modes available during the event. However, you can only get 1 event weapon per Crucible match, unlike the PvE mode, which gives 2 event weapons. The slowest part about playing the Crucible mode will be trying to find a game. I spent ages looking for a game earlier and couldn't find more than 2 players at a time. I did eventually manage to find a game, but that took a little while. Moving on to the Haunted Altars of Sorrow. This activity only has 3 waves, then it's a boss fight. It's very different to the haunted sectors, but it has a few elements that are very similar. This activity does have matchmaking enabled, so if you're solo, it's possible to find other players to join. And like all of the other Portal activities, you can load in without matchmaking and customize the modifiers to your liking. If you have at least 3 or more players in your fire team, I would honestly do this, because you can pick modifiers like heavyweight and full throttle and make the activity way easier. When you load in, each wave consists of the exact same mechanics and gets progressively more chaotic with each wave. Do general ad clear until the big marked target appears. Killing them will drop motes known as treats on the ground. Pick these up and take them back to the first center plate. You can use powerful attraction to make picking up these motes much faster. Now once the entire team has collectively picked up enough treats, a mini-boss will appear around each of the enemy spawns, with a Shrieker keeping overwatch. This Shrieker is vicious, but you can completely stop it from attacking by shooting it when it opens up. When it gets to half its HP, it will close and it won't reopen. Move around the bubble to find the hive symbol, activate it to break the immune shield, and then defeat the mini-boss. Rinse and repeat this for 3 waves. The enemy type for each wave is actually Taken, Hive, and then Dread. And the Dread suck. The stasis melees are so annoying because there are so many of them trying to throw them at you. You will get frustrated, so keep your distance. After beating all 3 waves, you'll head up the ramp to the boss fight. Here, it's a 2-phase fight by activating the hive plates and then doing DPS. Something really important to note is that if you deal too much damage too quickly, you will soft lock the encounter. To avoid this, I like to watch the Shriekers, and when they close, then damage the boss. It's really frustrating to get to the boss only to get screwed by spaghetti code, so just save yourself the hassle and wait a moment. Deal about half the boss's HP to bring up the hive plates again, activating them one more time and finishing off the boss. The Haunted Altars will drop 2 event weapons on top of a mask and some regular portal loot, so if you can get a coordinated team together with customized modifiers, this activity will be fairly quick. Look out for the new event weapons Gunburn and Hush Whisper. They both have some pretty good perks available to them. I'm really hoping I can get Gunburn with Bewildering Blast and Kinetic Tremors while maxing the reload speed. Since it doesn't have any perks that buff the reload, you'll want to make sure that you lean into this through the magazine and the masterwork. Hush Whisper also has some pretty good perks like Tear, Impulse Amplifier, and Lead from Light in the left column, and then Archer's Gambit, Explosive Arrowhead, Collective Action, and Aggregate Charge in the right column. And so that wraps up this event guide. Short and sweet, and I'm planning to make some builds that work really well in the PvE activity, so keep your eyes out for that. If you found the video helpful, please leave a like and let me know in the comments what builds you're rocking in the Haunted Altars of Sorrow. So as always, please enjoy the rest of your day.